Antonani. Uh,
Company.
Good morning. She's joined by Janela Carrera, the spokesperson for the Department of Public Health and Social Services, and the Division of Environmental Health Administrator, Malou Scroggs. Good morning, ladies.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. So your inspectors, Malou, been out working very hard. As we just saw another report that was filed here. Where was that at? Well, I guess what's the well, I looked that up.
I
Malou.
think you're on mute, Chris.
Oh, no way. Yeah, I am, Jake.
We can't hear anything Chris is saying. So, Janella, thanks for coming on. Malou, good to see you. Can you just kind of bring us up to speed on the latest with the inspections that Public Health has done? When's the latest one? Because we got one a couple weeks ago. I didn't know if any other inspections had occurred.
Are you referring to a regular inspection or COVID compliance inspection?
Let's start with the regular inspections.
Okay. The regular inspection, we've been just continuing on conducting childcare facility and temporary workforce housing because we were mandated to conduct regular inspection every 3 months because we were federally funded by this facility, the childcare, and also temporary workforce housing. So we were doing regular inspection every 3 months on those kind of facilities. For eating and drinking establishment, the latest that we did is the Fat Boy Slim, and up to now they're still closed. They requested for a follow-up and submitted a pest control inspection, but it's still showing that there's still pest activity on the first inspection and the third inspection. So we're requiring them to submit a 3 consecutive days of pest control inspection showing that there's no more activity.
Mm-hmm. Can you take us back though to the initial inspection? What exactly did you guys find?
Okay.
And we're talking about their food truck, right? The food truck?
Yeah, their food truck.
Okay. Wait, can you guys hear me now?
Okay, the reason that we went there is not because of a complaint. It was a joint inspection with Guam Water Works because they're trying to find out where they're disposing their wastewater or the grease or the fats. Wow. So we had a joint inspection with Guam Water Works, and during that inspection, we found out that there cockroach infection inside the mobile food truck.
Oh, can you guys hear me now?
What about the grease? Where were they dumping the grease?
That I didn't find out. I'm sorry, I didn't get that info because that is the Guam Water Works thing. Why we conducted a joint inspection with them with a few of the mobile food trucks in Skinner Plaza.
You said that it was you kind of tagged along with them. Did GWA get a complaint? Because you said you guys didn't.
No, they didn't get a complaint, but they just wanna get a feel of it, of how this mobile food truck disposing their wastewater and the grease.
Mm-hmm. And so when you went on the inspection, it turns out they had a cockroach infestation.
Bree, actually, I have the report up here, guys. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Thank you, Lord. I just want to be heard. That's actually my personal nightmare, is that when I'm talking, no one can hear me. Sounds like a dream come true for Sabrina, though. So let me just get this. I have a lot of questions. Sorry. First of all, was this the GWA response? And we'll go ahead and reach out to GWA. But Malou, do you know offhand if they were just there to respond specifically to Fat Boy Slim, or was it all the food trucks? Because that's a good point you bring up is like, where do they dispose of the fats, oils, and grease? Because in a traditional brick and mortar restaurant setting, there's a whole system for it. So was this just like a general check?
It was just a random inspection because we don't have the uh, we, uh, we, we don't have the resources to conduct all the mobile food trucks. So it was just a random inspection that they did. I'm sorry, but I cannot give you as to how many food truck. I think they did only the food truck that day because it took them a while. Once there is a pest, pest infestation, it's just gonna take more than 3 to 4 hours to complete the inspection and also the write-up of the inspection.
Yeah, let me go ahead and read the inspection results for you guys here. Again, this is the food truck Fat Boy Slim. Item number 1, manager with certificate of management certification not present during time of inspection. Item number 6, employee failed to keep hands clean and properly washed. So crucial during the COVID era, guys. Item number 8, hand washing facilities not adequately supplied and accessible. Item 14, food contact surfaces not cleaned and sanitized. Item 17, proper reheating procedures for hot holding not followed. Item 19, food not meeting temperature requirement for hot holding. Item 33, thermometer not provided and or accurate. Item 35, presence of insects, rodents, and or animals observed. Rat Boy Slim or Fat Boy Slim? In-use utensils not properly stored. Ware washing facilities not installed, maintained, used, and or test strips not used. Sewage and or wastewater not properly disposed. Garbage, refuse not properly disposed. Facilities not maintained. Item 52, physical facilities not properly installed, maintained, and or kept clean. Was there anything they were doing right? I mean, this is terrible. And, you know, full disclosure, guys, and this is kind of, you know, this is the thing on Guam is, you know, when we see something, a lot of times we don't want to say something because we don't want to hurt anyone's feelings or we might know the person, but they used to always be up around this area. And I would see, like, their guys smoking cigarette while they were barbecuing your food. So, I mean, it's freaking terrible. This is a terrible, terrible inspection. But I'm really curious, Malou, because it says here, cockroaches, rats, and or animals. What kind of animals are we talking about?
I'm sorry, but I cannot give an answer when it comes to that. To be honest with you, Chris, I haven't even seen that the inspection report because of just for the last month, I was detailed as the acting chief, and there is a supervisor assigned to oversee that inspection. I just didn't have the time to go over those inspection report for 5 weeks, for more than a month.
Wow.
Because our chief went off island for medical checkup. So I was detailed as the acting chief for the Division of Environmental Health for 5 weeks. So I didn't have the chance to really look at that inspection report.
What do you think,
I
though?
relied on my acting supervisor at the time.
What do you think, though, Malou? They received a sanitary permit was suspended due to the number of demerits and cockroach infestation. So you've been around the block. You've seen a lot of inspection reports. What do you make of this one upon hearing this for the first time?
Okay, even if there's no pest infestation because of all those critical violation, it still merit a closure because it's more than 40 demerits. And this is not the first time that we close them. I think this is the 3rd time already that we closed them.
Oh.
Man. Is that common, Malou?
So I saw a posting on
Yeah.
Facebook that they're moving, they're building some kind of a stone somewhere
Yeah.
I was not able to check where the location, what village, but it was posted on Facebook that they're building some kind of a
Yeah.
trailer.
I got
Looks
it.
like it's a trailer converting to a stall stand.
Malou, I wanted to, just to be fair, because that inspection report and to hear that they've been shut down 3 times, clearly somebody there doesn't know the protocols, or worse yet, doesn't care. And these are critical things like thermometers, hand washing. That's the most basic thing you want in a place where you get your food from. But they did post on their Instagram page here, and because I always wondered, like a small business, when you're hit with something like this, right? How do you kind of pivot and respond to it? And on Fatboy Slim's Instagram, they write, "To our valued customers, thank you for your patience with us as we work on the maintenance of the food truck and address our responsibilities with health standards. We know we made mistakes, and we apologize for not delivering our very best. This is going to change. Please pardon our progress as we construct our brand new location in Mighty. In the meantime, we're working quickly to offer up your local favorites at a satellite location with more information to come in the next few days. Our vision has always been to give our customers an experience to remember. Sometimes we fall short, but we continue to work towards that vision every day. We appreciate all of you, and we can't wait to serve you once again."
Oh, Malou, can a business do that if they're can Fatboy Slim do that? They you revoke their permit, but they can just move to another place and a new permit can be issued because it's a new location?
If it is a different type
Mhm.
of operation, because their permit right now is a mobile food establishment.
I see.
The one that they're building looks like it's a set location which can fall under stall stand or short order establishment, meaning they have a bigger space. They have all the infrastructure, just like toilet facility, um, cold storage, warewashing, and everything. I just didn't. We haven't received the proposed plan because if they're doing that, they should apply. It's required a building permit, but we haven't seen a plan.
Yeah. You know what?
So
What I think.
I assign a staff to contact the owner and check what's really his plan. If he's gonna uh, go apply for a stall stand, a short order establishment, or it's just if that location is just their commissary to have a bigger space for their operation, their food preparation.
Malou, I saw also on their Instagram that they're now operating out of a satellite location that I think they're sharing with heavy hitters. So I guess just to expand on Sabrina's question, if I'm Fatboy Slim and I get shut down for rats and cats and cockroaches and all that stuff, can I go over to Jason's restaurant and make my food over there if Jason doesn't have any rats or cockroaches or anything?
Say that again, Chris. I didn't get that.
If my food truck is shut down because my employees aren't washing their hands or checking the temperature, and there's rats and cats and dogs and elephants running all over and cockroaches, and you guys shut me down, can I go over to Jason's restaurant and just cook my food over there if all his permits are okay?
We haven't. I don't recall approving something like that, writing on a sanitary permit. But when a mobile food truck was closed, then they can just go and ride on with another establishment and operate. It's possible if the owner give them an authorization and the owner is willing to take all the responsibility for their operation, then it could be allowed because it's a permitted place.
could be or is?
It is allowed. It is allowed.
I think maybe perhaps what it is it's on the other restaurants' discretion because they're giving up that space, they're giving up that time, they're giving up that potential revenue generating, you know, equipment. So why would another business that would put potential competitor want to give up, you know, that portion of their business to another business or potential competitor? So it would be up to them to give up that, you know, that part of their business to another business. So.
I mean, maybe they're like subleasing it, right? So business,
Right.
they got their all their stuff's in order, and then
Right.
you know, whatever Fat Boy Slim's going to pay them so much just to use their facility.
Just to use it, right.
Malou and Jenna, let me ask you guys this. Is this something that is inherently an issue with food trucks because it's a mobile restaurant type location, or do all the other food trucks do okay?
Because we haven't been regularly inspecting all these mobile food trucks, so I cannot say it. I cannot say it. I cannot comment on that.
Yeah, I don't, I mean, like as Malou had mentioned, our inspection reports, we haven't been doing them with such regularity because we haven't, you know, we're short on staff, and then, you know, we have COVID-19 responsibilities as well in the last year and a half. But if you see the inspection reports that we've been doing, both sanitary and COVID-19, there hasn't been a lot of food trucks that have been issued citations or even issued regular sanitary or COVID-19 being listed. So it's kind of, it would be unfair to say whether or not others have been following, you know, the guidelines. But, you know, nonetheless, we should be following these measures, these sanitary inspection measures, regardless of whether or not, you know, whether or not we are going out there to do the regular inspections.
Yeah. I mean, that being said, are there plans now, Malou? Are you guys going to do like a food truck? You're going to storm the food trucks now?
It's possible, because I lost one staff again, Chris, and this is so I have to pull another inspection out in the field to be at one stop and the permit center to do to accept applications for sanitary permit, pre-operational inspection. So what we're doing right now is to cross-train everybody to be doing also the plan specs at the permit center because we're really short of staff. And just to let you know, I think this will be my last appearance with the link as a public health officer, administrator.
Did we make you mad or something?
No.
Retiring.
Malou's retiring. I know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, there you go. Right on.
This will be my last appearance.
Congratulations, Malou.
Oh, Malou.
I know. We're all so sad here.
Are you sure it wasn't us?
Malou, we're applauding to congratulate you on a fine career, but we're very sad to see you go.
Right, yeah.
Wow.
I think it's time for me to go.
You're done,
It's
huh?
been a long.
Yeah, it has been. It has been a long time, Malou.
Yeah, she's been with us for a long time.
Well,
I I think I was still a little kid when Malou started.
Oh, man. Oh, boy.
Wow.
You'll be seeing maybe Rosanna Rabago,
Mm.
the other public health administrator.
Well, how many years?
Thanks for saving that for until the end.
Right. Malou, how many years have you been with the government of Guam? And what's it been like for you?
30 years.
Wow.
30
30?
years.
Oh.
Best thing
You know,
about your
funny
job?
enough, my
Okay.
mom used to have a food truck at Public Health in Duddido. Uh,
Mm.
and I was a little kid and I used to run around. That used to be my playground when I was a kid. So Malou remembers me when I was a little kid.
Malou, what's the best part about
Oh,
your job that you're going to miss?
One thing that I start with one thing that I won't miss is receiving complaints. Middle of the night and the weekend.
Oh boy.
Part is assisting people. I will miss that. Dealing with the public, assisting them in getting their sanitary permit because I handle the plan and specification program for 15 years. I'm the only person that's reviewing business process application, doing pre-operation inspection before they first open. So that's the one that I really miss up to now. When I moved up the rank, I was promoted. I really miss that kind of job because I'm a very patient person. I go the extra miles to assist people for them to comply and get their sanitary permit without any delay. And I miss that.
Well,
Because
we're gonna,
even those old people, old business people, even if they know I'm no longer at the plant, the permit center at Public Works, they still calls me for assistance, and I still do assist them.
Well, that's your character. That's who you
that's
are.
your center.
Yeah.
Right on. So I got to ask you before you retire, is it safe to eat out here? I mean, we don't have
What's the best place
inspectors.
to eat?
You guys aren't doing inspections because you're understaffed.
I'll be the one calling for complaint.
I'm going to follow you and find out where you eat. I'm going to eat there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there goes that.
Well, thank you, Malou, for everything. I know you've helped me a whole lot.
Uh,
I could always call you.
Any other bombshells you guys want to
Thank
drop
you.
before we let you go?
Are you retiring, Janela?
Oh, I have a long way to go.
Yeah, especially with that new retirement plan. Oh, boy. All right. Well, Malou.
I'll still be there. Even I'm retired, I told my staff, I told my chief, I'm just a phone call away. If they need my assistance, I still guide them.
Are you sure?
Because I know the staff, some of our staff are still not 100% there running the planning specification. So I'll still be assisting them.
Okay, I was going to say, are you sure? Because that's what Linda DeNorsi said.
I was gonna say first Linda DeNorsi, then Dr. Janet Manglodia. Now man, I can't take much more of this.
Well, I think a lot of people just, and Malou, you've been eligible to retire obviously for a while now, but was it just going through this pandemic where you kind of maybe took stock of your life and realized that you want to spend time doing other things?
Yes, I think it's really time for me to go to spend more time with my family. Chris, my husband was even in the hospital for 8 days by himself during pico month, and I'm working. And he's in the hospital,
Yeah.
and he was in the hospital.
Well, Malou, thank you for your service. We salute you and all the GovGuam employees like yourself who've
Yeah.
done their part with decades of service. Right on.
Thank you, Malou. Take care. and get some rest. Go on a vacation.
Right on.
Viva public health!
Viva!
Eva.
All right.
Thank you.
Janela, let us know
Thanks,
if anyone
Janela.
else is retiring.
Thank you.
Say that
Okay.
again?
Let's
Say it
see.
again?
Let us know if anyone else is retiring, Janela.
Yeah, for real.
I will. There'll be openings here if you guys want to apply.
Yeah, I was just gonna say they're hiring. All you people on the pool, go.
Yeah. For real.
All right.
All right. Thank
All right.
Thank you guys. We'll see you. Bye. All right, 9:58. A quick break, and we're coming back with more of the link next. Good morning.
Uno Go, delivering meals from your favorite restaurants and more.